welcome back to Exquisite Glow. So today starts my Halloween and makeup tutorials, and I decided to do my first one with this little look that you see here on my face and neck area. This is inspired by Freddy Krueger. I hate Freddy Krueger, and I wanted to do a tutorial, you know, with the whole Freddy Krueger thing going on, but I'm like, if that thing gave me nightmares at the age of 5, yes, the age of 5, I don't know what my parents were thinking putting on a VHS with Freddy Krueger and a little 5-year-old in the room. The hell were they thinking? I don't know. But anyways, I had nightmares forever, and I knew that if I did any type of Freddy Krueger thing, I would have to watch the movie again and, you know, do all that. I'd be having nightmares even though I'm a freaking adult. So I decided to just take some inspiration off of that, you know, a burned, you know, skin look. So I came up with this, and I figured that it can be kind of like an acid type of, you know, burn, because it has, you know, the green colors and the purples and some kind of browny reds in there, kind of still a little bit of a raw meat. So I thought I would do something like that. If you want to make this into a zombie look, you can always splash on some blood, you know, and make it even more gruesome. But for me, it's supposed to be healing because, you know, we're supposed to be beautiful. But anyways, ooh. Ow, I hit my elbow. Anyways, yeah, if you want to see the makeup that I used for this, obviously I'm going to be showing it to you here, but I also did a Halloween makeup haul, so I'll link that down below so you can go check it out. Everything was super affordable and out of Walmart, so definitely check that out and go shopping so you can see how easy it is. Supplies used was cheap ass freaking Halloween makeup from Walmart, cotton, and latex. That is it. So if you're interested to see how to recreate this, you know, burned look, then keep on watching. To get started, we are going to grab a whole bunch of little cotton balls, and you'll need some liquid latex. This one's from Walmart for $9.84, so cheap. With this triangular sponge, I am just going to apply a thin layer of the liquid latex. I say thin because it applies thin, and you are going to be applying multiple layers of this stuff. But for now, we're just doing a base so that we can start adding on the cotton. Take your cotton balls and just shred them up as I'm doing here on screen. And then the tiny pieces, go ahead and start outlining the burn or whatever type of scar mark you want to add to your face. I want to make it seem like my face is a little bit ripped on the edges. So that is why I am applying most of the cotton on the sides of the liquid latex. As you can see, the liquid latex looks clear now, which means it's pretty much dry. So you do want to work with this pretty quickly. So because I want to make the cotton pretty wet, I'm going to obviously saturate it with the sponge. And now I'm just using my fingers to kind of mold the cotton onto my face and stick it on, only because of the sponge kind of pulls back the cotton. As you can see, I'm adding a little bit more liquid latex, and I'm using this little dish. It makes everything so much easier. Pour your liquid latex into a dish and work out of there. I promise it really helps keep everything clean. As you can see, I'm adding another layer of the liquid latex because the one below has already dried out. And what I did was I saturated some cotton in the liquid latex within the bowl, and I just started building up this layer here. I want to build a larger piece of skin here because I want to make it seem like it's flapping off of my face. As you can see, I do have to build a foundation, so I am sticking that onto my skin and gently pulling out to make it seem like the skin is peeling off there on the side. Or at least that's what it'll be, skin peeling off the side. So I'm just going to continue working with my fingers. I find it really, really easy just adding on, and this liquid latex comes off the fingers quite easily as well, so don't worry. Now to add a bit more texture in the center of the whole mess here, I'm just adding pieces of cotton kind of sporadically on my cheek and kind of pressing them down and adding some more liquid latex with the triangular sponge. As you can see, it pulls the cotton back, so that is why I kept using my fingers to kind of flatten everything out. There, you can see that I'm pulling a little bit. I like that little technique there because it seems like the skin is coming off of my face. So I'm just adding a little bit more liquid latex there to the edges of the cotton just so that it sticks properly onto my skin. And I'm adding some liquid latex in the inner flaps, as you can see, just because I want to make sure everything sticks properly. Once you are semi-satisfied as to how it's looking, let it dry. And as you can see on my cheek area, it's pretty dry, and you can see the texture because the cotton obviously is drying, but you can still see that it's white. So I decided to move the burn down my neck just to make it a little bit more realistic. Something that you can do is that you can poke holes into the liquid latex with some tweezers or something sharp. Just be careful not to pinch your skin or pull too hard, because it can, you know, really hurt your skin. As you can see there, it pulls on my cheek quite hard, and it's like, oh my gosh, it really hurts. Now I'm just pulling back that flap. There's that skin flap that I'm working on, and now I'm just adding some more liquid latex just to add a little bit more of a layer so I can continue poking with the tweezers, only because I want to create some rips between it, because I'll be able to add some paints in the middle and it'll just look more, you know, 3D. So that's the whole point of a burned look. You have a lot of texture on the cheek, and adding all the colors we're going to be adding, it's going to look freaking awesome. You can see how I'm pulling off, and you can see my skin underneath. Just again, be very, very careful. Again, liquid latex, some people are allergic to it, so just make sure you're not before you apply all this stuff on your face. Otherwise, you'll be calling the doctor with a rash. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm using a little bit of my foundation and this Makeup Geek stippling brush, and I am just coating that with my foundation, trying to make it my color. I'm just adding the foundation, as you can see, really, really easily. Make sure you add it to the flap on the outside and on the inside. I do want to say that the foundation doesn't obviously stick on perfectly, but I think it did a pretty good job, you know, actually taking in the color with the liquid latex. Now, because liquid latex can tend to be a little shiny, I am going to go ahead and powder it to make everything a little bit more matte, and I feel that this is going to help stick the cream paints onto the skin. This Injury Stack from Walmart was $3.98, and I'm going to use this green shade, and I'm just going to apply it to the back of my hand, and I'm going to work off of there. I'm just using a shadow brush. This is a large shadow brush from Sigma. I know I shouldn't be using my Sigma brushes, but honestly, that is what I had, and I really wanted to do this tutorial for you guys, so I'm working with what I got. If I gotta buy another one, I gotta buy another one. But anyways, I'm just working on the edges of the whole burned look just to give the illusion of irritated skin and kind of healing / irritated, you know what I mean? Just giving it a little bit more of a different color to give it a little bit more of a 3D look. Excuse me while I sneeze. Ugh, gross. Oh, just wipe it on the cheek. Make it a little green. Oh, just kidding. All right, anyways, now we're gonna move on to some purple shades, and I've already applied that to the back of my hand. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to create the illusion of some more depth. Now, obviously, there is depth, except that you can't see it because using only one color gives it a one-dimension look. But to give it a 2 or 3D look, you're going to add some darker shades to create shadows. I am concentrating some of this dark shadows in those little pockets that I ripped up with the tweezers with the latex, and make sure to add it anywhere you really want it to look really, really deep. Concentrate a good amount of the dark color in those areas. As you can see, I'm putting it right underneath my little skin flap there, although it's not taking the color quite as well as I was hoping, but it's okay because I'm just going to continue working on it until it gets the color perfectly the way I want it, and it will, I promise. I already seen the end result. So anyways, I'm going to go back with my green shade. It's nice to put all of the shades on the back of your hand because you can alternate between the shades. Make sure to have different brushes for the different shades so that you don't have to keep cleaning in between. As you can see, I'm continuing here to add a little bit of the darkness underneath, and I'm just switching off between both colors. I'm working as I'm kind of, what do you call it? I'm kind of working as I go, you know what I mean? Kind of looking at it, okay, it needs a little bit more here, a little bit more there, and that is how I'm doing it. I really, really love how it's turning out. I'm all looking at myself in the monitor, and I'm like, yes, honey. Now I'm going to go back in with some cream paint. Again, put it on the back of your hand so that it is super easy to work off of there. Now for this, I am sharing the brush with the purple and the red only because the colors are kind of, you know, similar in a way. But yeah, I'm just going to add a little bit of redness just to add a little bit of irritation, more of a raw look, because if this is an acid spill on the face, obviously you're going to have some rawness. Not everything is going to heal at the same speed. So that is what I am doing, and what I like about it as well is that it's mixing in with the purple really, really well, and it's giving it a little bit more of a brown look instead of just completely purple and red. So as you can see, sporadically I am adding the red in different sections, and this is going to give you a really nice 3D look. It looks freaking amazing. I am so happy of the way how it turned out at the end. So you just watch me work here. I'm just adding the colors, and it's up to you where you want to add color. Just kind of see where the texture is, where you want to add a little bit more, you know, shadow and all. And yeah, it's pretty much your call. But honestly, it is really, really easy. So now I'm just going to work on my neck here at the bottom, just adding some depth in the different sections. It looks, you know, kind of bruised, but healing and just perfect. I really, really like it. But anyways, that is what it ends up looking like. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. It is completely simple. All you need is some latex and cotton and some cream paints, or honestly, I think you can also use like alcohol-based paints, but I don't have that, so, you know, I'm going to go with the stuff that's affordable for me and affordable for my subscribers. So what else do I want to say, you guys? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this video. I really do hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to come back next weekend for another Halloween makeup tutorial. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. That all is at ExquisiteGlow. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Mwah.